Jang Sum is a bandit, a man who'd never left the vicinity of the five great mountains. By the age of 20, he became the leader of a ragtag group of thugs and started forcing travelers to pay passage tolls. Working tirelessly day and night with his massive axe, he eventually became known as Jang Sum of 1,000 strength, striking fear into the hearts of many. Just like any other day, he takes his men out for a patrol. Suddenly, one of his underlings points toward the road. A carriage is passing by. The bandit grins, noting that the travelers look loaded with money. Luck seems to be on Jang Sam's side. He laughs maniacally, hefting his axe onto his shoulder and blocks the path. He shouts, "Hand over everything that you've got!" The scene shifts to the interior of the carriage. An old coachman wearing a straw hat peers out the window. He calmly observes, "There's 6 of them in total, and it doesn't look like they set up an ambush." Beside him, a young man with a ponytail peeks out nervously, gripping the window ledge. "There's 6 of them?" he asks. The coachman explains that while bandits are common, it is suicide for them to attack someone from a martial arts family outside the 5 great mountains. He remarks on their nerve for trying to steal in the Jin family's territory. The young man thinks to himself, well, that's because they're the tutorial NPCs. He notices the old man rolling up his sleeves and wonders why he seems so relaxed. Does this old man have something up his sleeves? He thinks. Suddenly, the coachman grips his whip tightly, his expression turning fierce. "Shall I take care of them?" he asks with a sinister smile. The young man's face lights up with relief and excitement. He thinks, it's because he's a martial master. Of course, he wasn't just your average coachman. Of course, as expected of Wolhua, she put in some extra care for me. Outside, Jang Sam is losing patience. He roars, you bastards, did you not hear what the Jang Sam of 1,000 strength just said? You ignorant bastards." From the carriage, the coachman yells back, "How dare a measly bandit block our path? For all the evil deeds you've done, I should gouge out your eyes and shred your body to pieces and kill all of your family for 9 generations." Jang Sam picks his ear, unimpressed. "I sure am scared after hearing all that nonsense. Are you escorting the emperor or some shit? Let me see this noble face of his." The coachman snaps his whip through the air. "You will regret saying such things, as none has survived after seeing his face." Jang Sam swings his axe, annoyed. "All right, I get it. Now hurry and show me who the fuck this person is." The coachman's eyes glow with intensity. "You ignorant fools. I can finally witness the skills of a martial master." Suddenly, instead of fighting, the coachman turns around and sprints back to the carriage. The young man watches in confusion, thinking, "What the fuck? Why are you coming back here?" The coachman stops at the carriage door and bows respectfully. "It seems you'll have to come out and meet them, young master." The young man stammers, "Me? Why?" The coachman reaches for the door handle. "They're the type who needs to witness firsthand the fearsome power which you hold. For daring to stop the young master, it must be because they have never seen the true powers of a martial master. You must teach them a worthy lesson." The coachman begins a grand speech, imagining a powerful warrior standing on a rooftop. "The heavenly Jin blade. I've heard your tales. At the young age of 20, you're a genius swordsman who reached the peak of the Murim world. After hearing the stories of the young master, the heart of this old man felt nothing but fear and adoration for your accomplishments." Inside the carriage, the young man is sweating profusely, waving his hands in denial. Heavenly Jin blade? A genius swordsman? What the fuck is this old man talking about? I think you're misunderstanding something here. Ignoring him, the coachman drags the young man out and presents him to the bandits. "You insolent bastards," the old man shouts. "Do you still not recognize who this person is? He is the second son from the Jin family of Taiwan, the renowned martial master in the Shanxi province." The young man tries to interrupt. "Wait a second, I'm not the second." The coachman points dramatically. "He is the heavenly Jin blade, Master Jin Mi Kyung."
The young man stands awkwardly, pointing a finger at his own cheek. I'm Taekyung, though. Silence falls over the clearing. The bandits and the coachman stare blankly. The coachman turns his head slowly. Excuse me? The young man looks at him with a deadpan expression. Well, that's what I've been trying to tell you earlier. I'm not Jin Mi-kyung. I'm Jin Taekyung. The coachman's face drops in horror and shock. When you say Jin Taekyung, are you talking about that useless third son?
Taekyung holds up a small round sign with a resigned expression. The sign reads simply, "Correct." The coachman's jaw drops, his eyes rolling back in sheer disbelief. He lets out a gurgling scream of pure frustration, realizing he has been praising the family's useless failure. Without a second thought, the coachman delivers a flying kick to Taekyung's back. Taekyung stumbles forward as the old man yells, "I'm the dumbass for thinking this guy was even a martial master." The group of bandits bursts into raucous laughter, clutching their stomachs at the ridiculous scene. Jang Sam, the massive bandit leader, steps forward with a cruel grin, resting his axe on his shoulder. "I don't know if you're really the third son," he sneers, "but I'll let you live if you obey us." Suddenly, a holographic blue window appears in front of Taekyung's eyes. It displays a quest. Restriction: beginners only. Objective: eliminate the bandits. Quest rewards: full recovery, chain quest progression. Quest failure: death. Taekyung stares at the lethal penalty. "Let me live my ass," he mutters. He scans the group, sweat forming on his brow. It's 6 against 1. His mind races. I've fought against 6 goblins before, but these guys are different. Before he can finish his thought, a bandit lunges with a hatchet. Ha! Taekyung flinches, throwing his hands up in a panic. "Holy shit! Just give me a second. Time out!" The axe slams into the dirt where his head just was. Taekyung scrambles away, retreating into the foggy woods. From the safety of the trees, he watches the bandits. They aren't pursuing him aggressively. They are laughing and relaxing. Taekyung observes them closely. Wait, now that I look at them, aside from that 1,000 strengths guy, they all look like they're weaker than the goblins I've faced before. His expression hardens into determination. If that's the case, I think I can beat them. Taekyung walks back into the clearing, hands raised casually. The bandits look confused. Huh? Jang Sam grunts. Is he giving up? Smart choice. He must have gotten scared from my axe. Taekyung raises a hand. Keep laughing. Jang Sam scoffs. I've heard that the Jin family has a son they chased out. Apparently his martial arts are of a third-rate warrior, and the only thing he's good at is chasing after women. I guess he's also good at knowing when to give up. One of the lackeys points and laughs. Hey boss, the way he's walking towards us, doesn't it remind you of a beaten dog? Taekyung ignores the insults, counting his steps. Just 2 more steps. A beaten dog? Haha, you're right, the bandits jeer. 1 more. Taekyung plants his foot firmly. Suddenly, a surge of energy erupts from his body, blowing his robes back. Huh? The bandits recoil. Taekyung's eyes widen as he feels the power. It's getting hot. Wait, is this chi? He stomps the ground, sending a shockwave of dust toward the bandits. They shield their eyes, caught off guard. Calmly, he issues a command. Open inventory. Equip keen spear. A long spear materializes in his hands. Before Jang Sam can react, Taekyung lunges. The bandit leader grunts, trying to raise his axe. It is too late. The spear tip moves as a blur of silver light. It slams into Jang Sam's chest with a sickening crunch. A system notification flashes. Critical hit. Bleed has been activated. Jang Sam coughs up blood, his eyes rolling back. Ding. Message. You have eliminated user level 10 Jang Sam. Level up. You have gained 10 status points. You have gained 10 ability points. You have unlocked the Jin family's cultivation technique. The remaining bandits stare in absolute horror as their leader collapses. Taekyung stands over the body, his back to the trembling group. So, he flicks the blood off his spear and turns to face them, looking like a true warrior. Who's next? The bandits instantly drop their weapons and fall to their knees, bowing their heads to the dirt. Please spare us, great lord. Ding! The system window updates. The bandits who have lost their leader have lost their will and have all surrendered. You have completed the Eliminate the Bandits quest. You will now receive a full recovery for any injuries. For suppressing the bandits, your fame has risen by 10. You have successfully completed the Tutorial Part 3 quest. The Chain Quest Tutorial Part 4 is now available to you.
The bandits, now bruised and beaten, tremble in fear. One of them sports a massive swelling on his eye, while another has a lumpy, battered head. The elderly carriage driver stares at the scene, his jaw practically on the floor. He looks at the whimpering bandits and then back at the young man standing before him. "Was this really all done by you, young master?" the driver asks, disbelief written all over his face. On the ground, a battered bandit groans, "Yes, that's correct." The driver turns to Taekyung, squinting as if trying to see through a disguise. Are you sure you're really not Master Jin Moo-kyung?" Taekyung's annoyance boils over. He snaps, veins popping in his forehead. "God damn it! How many times do I have to tell you that I'm Jin Taekyung? Just get ready to leave." The driver flinches. "Yes, sir." Real-world flashback. Back in the real world, Taekyung sits in an apartment eating fried chicken with a friend who is drinking a beer. They are discussing the mechanics of the VR game. "Time manipulation?" Taekyung asks, a drumstick in his mouth. "I've heard that VR games can make time go slower." His friend, taking a swig of beer, looks at him with pity. "You're the type of idiot who would say that you can use VR games to study a fuckton and get accepted into Seoul University. Listen carefully, Taekyung." His friend adjusts his glasses, his face flushed from alcohol. "First, there's no point in even trying to study there. Why? Because VR games don't make time go any slower. They just make you feel like it is." He taps his temple. "In simpler terms, your playtime is determined by how much data you can store inside your brain. So if you forcefully shove more data, then time might feel like it's going slower for you. However, the brain can only hold so much. Once you're outside of the game, most of the information you forcefully shoved inside will disappear and only retain what was given inside the game." Taekyung looks confused, munching on his chicken. "I'm just confused on why they use something amazing like that in game development and nowhere else. It's a technology that's only used in VR, right? Also, since this method puts quite a bit of stress on the brain, most VR games spread the amount of information given. The standard time difference is usually 1 hour of information for 3 hours in-game." Taekyung asks, "If that's the standard, then are there even higher time differences?" The friend yawns, stretching. "If the technology used for the capsule is good, then the differences do get a little higher. But the price of creating such equipment is so high that most people can't even afford them." "How expensive are they?" "I don't know. I'm going to sleep," the friend says, walking away. "Go sleep in your own room, you bastard," Taekyung yells after him. Back in the game. The carriage rattles along the dirt path. Inside, Taekyung rests his chin on his hand, deep in thought. "I've already spent 3 days inside this game, so if what Jin-ho said was right, then shouldn't he already be up by now? What is he doing?" Suddenly, a realization strikes him. He grabs a handful of his own hair. Wait. Is it possible that this capsule has an insanely high time difference? He recalls the old, dusty machine he climbed into. But that capsule looked like junk. He pauses, looking at his hands and the detailed fabric of his clothes. No, the quality of this game's graphics are too good. It's possible it's highly advanced. He curls into a ball on the carriage floor, overwhelmed. Fuck, I don't know anymore. He sits up, trying to regain his composure. In any case, he's bound to wake up. He decides to focus on the game mechanics. Open Skill Menu. A golden holographic window appears. Character, Level 11, Jin Taekyung. Physical state, 70. Internal state, 50. Available points, 10. Taekyung wipes sweat from his brow.
I'm still amazed by this. I can't believe this is all real. He points at the menu. I'll distribute my points later. I'm going to read the descriptions of my skills. He scrolls through the list. The Gene family's spear technique and Gene family's basic footwork are both listed as first rate, but their effects are unknown because the character has forgotten them. I haven't used both of these skills before. Then he looks at the third skill, Gene family's cultivation technique. Rank, peak. Stage, second mastery. Description, allows for very stable yet slow accumulation of ki. Taekyung's eyes widen. The rank it's at is peak. The Gene family's cultivation technique is pretty good. Suddenly, a loud ding echoes in his mind. A new blue window pops up. Quest, Tutorial Part 4. Objective, Key Circulation Control. Incomplete. Quest failure, Key deviation or death. Taekyung stares at the red text. Again with the death? A prompt appears asking if he will accept the quest. His expression turns incredulous. Are you fucking kidding me? He hesitates. If I wait a little bit longer, I'm pretty sure Jin-ho can save me. I don't know if I want to risk my life for some petty quest items. He makes his choice. Nope, I won't accept. He confidently presses the decline button. Ding. Message. You cannot decline a tutorial quest. Taekyung freezes. His eyes go blank. What? The window refreshes. Message. Will you accept this quest? Below the text, there are two buttons. Both of them say accept. Panic sets in. Taekyung screams at the interface, sweat pouring down his face. I fucking said I'll decline it. Decline. Decline. Why are there only two accept buttons now? Ding. Message. The quest has been accepted automatically. The carriage rolls towards a traditional building nestled in the mountains. From inside the wooden cabin, a furious scream echoes through the valley. You fucking piece of shit!
System notifications continue to bombard Taekyung inside the carriage. Your chi circulation control will now begin. The Jin family's cultivation technique shall boost your stability. Since this is your first time utilizing chi circulation control, you shall receive a helper for this quest. A final prompt appears with a choice. Will you move to where the quest helper is located? Taekyung, exhausted and defiant, stares at the blue window. He speaks a single word with absolute finality. Decline. The system pauses for a beat. Then the text changes abruptly. Automatic exception. Taekyung's face contorts in pure disbelief. Fuck! He seethes, veins popping on his forehead as he realizes his choice was an illusion. Now it's just flat out ignoring me. Even that system notification sounds like it's making fun of me. He sits on the wooden bench, trembling with rage. God damn it! Once I get out of here, just you wait. Suddenly, a warping sound echoes, Ilang. The space directly beneath him begins to distort. A swirling black vortex opens up on the bench. Huh? Before he can react, the vortex expands violently. Boom! The suction force is instant, dragging him down into the darkness. Whoa! He tumbles through a void, shielding his face before landing hard on a solid surface. He squeezes his eyes shut, bracing for pain, but slowly peeks open one eye. He is no longer in the carriage. He is standing in an endless, pristine white void. Where is this place? In the distance, a figure sits alone in the emptiness. An old man with long white hair and robes sits in meditation. The old man speaks without moving. Come over here. Taekyung approaches cautiously, observing the stranger. Is that old Gramps supposed to be my helper? He stops in front of the elder. The man has a weathered face, a long white beard, and a scar running down his cheek. He radiates an immense pressure. Taekyung stands awkwardly, unsure of what to do. Sit as comfortably as you can, the old man instructs. Taekyung blinks, confused. Huh? I thought in order to control the circulation of your chi, you have to sit in a lotus position. The old man answers immediately, his eyes still closed. Only weaklings are a stickler for details like that. For martial masters, none of that matters. Tae-kyung freezes, sweat rolling down his face. He can hear my thoughts? He's an actual martial master. The old man opens his eyes, a sly smile forming on his face. Ho ho, you are quite an interesting fellow. Dash. In a blur of movement, the old man vanishes and reappears instantly behind Tae-kyung. He taps Tae-kyung's back in rapid succession. Tap, tap, tap. Urgh. Tae-kyung grunts, his body stiffening. Don't be surprised, the old man says calmly. I have merely opened your meridians. It's important that you focus now. Tae-kyung struggles, but his limbs won't obey him. I can't move. The master places a palm gently against Tae-kyung's back. Knowing how to regulate the flow of your chi is crucial for all martial artists. Not only does it help with accumulating your chi properly, but it will also allow your mind, chi, and spirit to become refined and polished and allow for you to reach an even higher realm state. The master leans in close. Focus and allow your mind to become as clear as water. Draw out the flow of chi within you. Tae-kyung closes his eyes, trying to concentrate. I shall now recite the verses pertaining to the Jin family's cultivation technique. The old man begins to chant. The words come out fast, a mystical stream of complex verses. Tae-kyung knits his brow, focusing hard. A glowing light begins to emanate from the center of his forehead. Follow it, the master commands. Huh? Follow what? Tae-kyung wonders. Ding! The chi circulation of the Jin family's cultivation technique shall now begin. Suddenly, Tae-kyung sees his own body as a diagram of glowing energy lines. Follow the light within the meridians. A bright spark of energy travels along the red pathways of his nervous system. Tae-kyung mentally chases the light, guiding it through the complex network of his body. The energy flows smoothly, connecting point to point. A cascade of notifications rings out. You have completed the chi circulation control. You have completed the tutorial Part 4 quest. You will now receive your rewards. The skill Chi Sense has been learned. You are able to freely utilize your chi and are able to detect the strength of other people's chi. A small amount of turbid chi has been expelled from your body. You have completed all of the quests pertaining to the tutorial. And finally, you have unlocked the main quest. Back in the physical world, inside the carriage, Tae-kyung sits in a meditative pose. A strange energy surrounds him. He exhales a long breath, and a puff of white smoke, the turbid chi, escapes his lips. He looks down at his hands, then at his stomach. Chi is pretty interesting. His expression turned serious for a moment. But I wonder what that was. For a split second during the process, he had seen a terrifying vision of a dark, burning red planet. He shakes the image from his mind as the carriage comes to a halt. A voice calls out from outside. Young master, we have arrived at the Jin family in Taiwan.